On Saturday, September 24th, in one of the biggest fights in Combate Global MMA history, Campbell McLaren and his crew headlined this special Saturday showing from Miami with Lucero La Loba Acosta from Mexico against Venezuela's Mariel Celimen, who trains at Goat Shed Miami. Thank you, Mariel. Tell us about this fight for you and what it means to you.
I know it's a very important fight, and I really want to fight La Loba. That night, I'm gonna enjoy my fight. I know I'm gonna do great because this is gonna be my first knockout.
You can watch this huge fight and more in English on Paramount Plus at 10 p.m. Eastern Time and in Spanish on Univision and TUDN at 11 p.m. Eastern Time. So, Mariel, who from your family will be watching the fight, and where will they be watching from? Will they be watching from Miami, from Venezuela?
Yeah, some family are in New York and other family are in Venezuela. They are very excited for this fight.
Well, you're training at Goat Shed in Miami, but where are you living these days?
I living in Miami now.
How long have you been in Miami?
6 years.
Oh, so what is it like for you coming to Miami in South Florida? There's a very big Latin community in South Florida.
Yeah, that's what I like Miami for, the big, like a lot of Latin people here. I love the beach, the people, the weather. I enjoy Miami.
You never put the DA for that.
How did you find Goat Shed and to train at Goat Shed? Because South Florida has a lot of really good training facilities in MMA. It's a hotbed of training. And you ended up at Goat Shed, and I was curious how that happened.
No, Goat Shed they have a big platform in Instagram, so it's not difficult to know that it's a great gym. So I went one day and I fell in love with them because they do a lot of wrestling, and I love wrestling.
Mariel, what is your background in sports growing up in Venezuela? Did you participate in several sports?
In Venezuela, I didn't do any MMA at all. I started when I came here to Miami. I started with jiu-jitsu.
Did you play any soccer or other sports in Venezuela?
I used to swim a lot. I'm a good swimmer, but that's it.
So the cardio is really good.
Yeah, I had great cardio.
So how does a swimmer become an MMA fighter?
Como una nadadora se convierte en una peleadora.
Oh, my baby daddy, he used to do MMA. So when after my pregnancy, I get a little weight and decided to go to the gym. I did my first class of jiu-jitsu and I love it. And then I had my first MMA fight. I say, oh, I want to do this because I'm good at jiu-jitsu, I'm a good grappler. Like, I just have it in my body, like a natural thing.
When you were training to MMA and you were in jiu-jitsu, but then training MMA, how is that training? What is it like? Because it's a lot of different things. It's not just jiu-jitsu. So it's about the striking. It's about wrestling. If you could do some wrestling, there's a lot of different things. So how were you able to pick all these things up? And what are your strengths?
I think I good athlete, like it's easy for me, like doing boxing. Like I don't think it's difficult. I don't mind getting punched in the face. I think I have a good chin, and I love wrestling and I love jiu-jitsu. So when I do MMA, I just enjoy, my time there.
How good of a swimmer were you?
I was a good one. I was very fast.
So you're swimming in Venezuela. Did you ever think, whoa, maybe someday I could be in the Olympics?
Yeah, I wanted to, but things start to get difficult in Venezuela, so I forget about that.
What was it like in Venezuela for you growing up? What was family like and just being a part of that culture?
I enjoy, and I have like how I say, like, digo por mí.
¿Qué quieres?
Que en verdad me gustó crecer en Venezuela, que tenía una familia muy amorosa, y yo me vine aquí después que las cosas se pusieron mal con el gobierno.
She says she loved growing up in Venezuela. She had a great family. She came to the United States when things got very bad in her country with the government.
You still have family though in Venezuela, and how are they doing?
They doing good. Some people is gonna come soon this year. I hope so. I want to see them. But my mom is here, so I see her like few times a month.
So what does mom think? Because you're swimming, and swimming, there's no contact. It's you in the water. Now, like you said, you're getting hit in the face. You're hitting someone else in the face. What does she think about all this?
Oh, my mom, she doesn't like it. She watch my fight like this, like she watch it after she knows I win.
Yeah. So then she'll watch the fight. That's great. Hey, Mariel, you also, it's important to know too that you're a single mom. So what has it been like for you as a single mom, and what are you trying to teach your child? If you can even talk about if there's any MMA in teaching that or any discipline sport-wise to your child.
You know, in the beginning was very difficult, you know, because I didn't know how to do things. But with time, I take my kid to the gym. She watch me train. Sometimes she get a little worried, but I tell her, "Don't worry, it's okay, it's okay." And she likes it. She's gonna train too. I want her to do some jiu-jitsu because I think it's very important because MMA changed my life to better person, you know. So I hope it does the same in her.
Do you feel like that you are a role model, and is that something you want to do for other fighters, other young women?
Yeah, I focus on in do the right thing so my kid knows the good way and the bad way. And for the girls who watch MMA, I hope they see like, you know, like I didn't have any background in MMA, but I started to train. I focus on MMA, and I've been doing great things with Combate Global.
And with Combate Global, it's a rising company. They're doing very well, and they are featuring fighters from all over the world. I think that's something very important to know too. What are your thoughts about all these fighters coming from Venezuela, Mexico, France, Spain, Germany, America, of course, and being in Miami, having the fights in Miami? But what is it like having Combate actually global?
It's very nice because you know it's a lot of culture. You know people from different countries. You fight different styles fighter. You know, like every fighter have a different style. Like Spain or with France, Venezuela, Mexico. It's different styles. So it's been very fun. I really love being Combate Global for that.
What would you be doing if you were not an MMA fighter?
I really don't know.
This is all or nothing right here. Yes. Well, Mariel, school-wise, academically though, how were you in school? Did you go to college?
No, I lived in Venezuela when I was 19, and then when I came here, like I started to work. Then I met my husband. I had my kid, and straight to MMA. So this is everything.
Well, and Mariel, also, I mean, this big fight. What is it about this fight and this fighter that you're fighting? Because you all sparred together in April at Goat Shed, and then something happened. And I'm just curious because there is a competitive, combative nature between you two. And I'm just wondering what happened. And is this someone that you want to beat as a fighter, but also a person?
I'm gonna need the translator for this because I want to express better.
Dice que qué pasó después que ustedes tuvieron el sparring, que de repente hay animosidad ahí entre ustedes. ¿Qué pasó?
No, dile que a mí en verdad me da igual, no me importa mucho, solamente que yo pensé que podía ganarle y quería hacerlo enfrente de las luces.
She says that there really isn't much animosity. She just knows she can beat her. She beat her in the sparring session, and she wants to do it in front of the big lights on the big show.
What are you expecting from this fight? And this is a big headline or a main event. What is it like for you to be in that big spotlight?
I'm very happy and grateful with Combate Global, with the Loba accepting this fight because, how I said before, this is gonna be my first knockout.
And what do you like about Goat Shed? And what have they taught you?
Like I said, they do a lot of wrestling, and I love training wrestling. And they do a lot of MMA. Asim Zaidi, the head coach, he knows a lot about MMA. So I'm happy with that, with them, with everybody in there.
Do you know who's going to be in your corner for this fight?
I'm not sure yet. I hope Asim could be here, but I know he's in Las Vegas now.
So, and it's interesting too, I think, because all the fights have been happening in Miami, and now you're training here, you're living here. What is it like for you? Do you miss Venezuela?
Sometimes I do, but I've been for a long time here, and I have my family here, so not too much to miss there because I don't have nobody there. Like my family is here with me.
How did you get with Combate?
After I have a successful amateur fight, like amateur career, I had a manager, and they told me this is a good opportunity for me, and I said yes, of course, because I always wanted to be here in Combate Global.
Did you also do some training in New York?
Yes, I did some training there.
Longo-weidman training?
Yes, that one. They very nice to me.
What was it like to get another perspective, another training in?
It was very fun. Like I like the head coach over there. He was very nice, very good. He helped me a lot with the hand, and the people there was nice too. I had fun training there. I just can't because my kids have to start classes, and other things.
How do you balance being a fighter and being a mom?
It's difficult, but when things get rough, I tell my kid, you have to train with me, and she behaves good in the gym.
It's so interesting. Now, do you think you'll get her involved in swimming too?
My kid, she does swimming, and she's a good swimmer like me. I think she's gonna be a good athlete.
It's just so great. And I just think it's so interesting because when you think about it, you're a very young fighter because you only had a few fights, and really you haven't lost. You got disqualified for the headbutting, I guess. But you didn't lose a fight yet. So you've had, I think, have you had 3 fights so far?
Yes, pro here in Combate Global, 3 fights.
And then prior to that, you had some PFL amateur fights and some other amateur fights.
Yeah, I have 5 fights. My record was 4-1.
Mariel, was there a difference as far as competing on the amateur level to competing on the professional level?
It's a lot of difference because in this case, these girls really want to win. Amateur, maybe they don't take it too serious, and the shin guards is a big difference, because the shin hits hard.
When you're not training, you're not getting ready or fighting. What do you like to do? What do you like to do with your daughter in South Florida?
I like to be in the beach with my kid. Like if I'm not training, I'm in the beach. Maybe I'm working, but this is all. Like if I'm not training, I'm with my kid.
Now, will your mom be at the fight in Miami?
I don't think so. And she's here. She's gonna hide in the bathroom.
And then if it's over, she'll watch the replay after you win.
Yeah.
Well, Mariel, listen, do you have social media yet for fans?
Yes, it's Mariel_MMA Pro.
Mariel, listen, thank you so much. Look forward to seeing the big fight Saturday, September 24th. And again, you could see it on Paramount Plus in English at 10 p.m. Eastern Time. Max Bretos and Miami's own Rodolfo Roman will call the action, or you can watch it in Spanish on Univision and TUDN at 11 p.m. Eastern Time. All the best. Thank you for taking the time.